wake up, commute, work, home, sleep. Do that for the rest of your life, with maybe 2 weeks off per year if your boss approves the PTO. And for a lot of people, the scariest part isn't even the job itself. It's the idea that you could blink and suddenly be like 40, still there, still stuck, wondering what your life could have been if you'd done something else.
And what's crazy is you'll put so much effort into that job and working for somebody else, and they'll replace you in 2 seconds. This shit is so scary, bro. Like, just the job market and the world in general is so scary. That's why I really do believe in creating something that's yours. Yeah, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Notjeraldo, and I am back again with another reaction video for y'all boys, man. Yo, before the video even start, y'all already know the drill, man. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Turn on y'all notifications so y'all know when your boy posts, man. If you don't do those things, your mom's a hoe. As simple as that, man. Before the video start, I would like to say a special thank you to all of y'all who's been liking the videos, subscribing, leaving nice comments, you feel me? It really means a lot to me, you feel me? Especially receiving love this early on when I just started this page, you feel me? It means a lot for real, for real. And I'm going to keep going just for y'all until we make it to 1 million. That's my goal. That's my goal. Ooh, excuse me. My goal is to hit 1 million. So you feel me? Y'all just getting your early tickets for real, for real. But yeah, today we got types of people after high school. Goddamn, let's get straight to this motherfucker.
You did it. You graduated. You survived 4 years of awkward class presentations, school lunches that probably violated the Geneva.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck happened to the school lunches, bro? Because I remember school lunches used to hit. Like, we used to get some good ass shit, bro. And then out of nowhere, they started serving us some bullshit. Like, why am I eating a fucking a low budget McChicken with some fucking chocolate milk? Like, where's this coming from? You feel me? Those of y'all who know, y'all know. I might be a little older. You feel me? I'm 22, but maybe y'all might be a little younger. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But back then, bro, school lunches used to hit, bro. Like motherfuckers used to be excited to go to lunch. That's how good it used to be. But now it's like, that's just some bullshit. Like, it's some bullshit. I don't know who fucked it up. I think people were saying it was like Michelle Obama. She had brought this thing. I don't know, bro. It's just a bunch of bullshit, bro.
Geneva Convention, and your Discord group chat did not get leaked. But now you're out, you're free, and suddenly that question hits like a truck. So what's next? Some people sprint toward college like it's the finish line, others clock into a job 2 days later like, yep.
And I took the college route, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely one of those who took the college route.
This is life now. And then there's the rest of us just sitting in our rooms like, should I start a podcast or a pyramid scheme? Let's talk about it. The types of people after high school and how weird this phase of life actually is. Starting off, we have the college dreamer. These are kids that always knew they were going to college. They had a dream school, a major, a life plan, a backup plan, and a backup for their...
You know what sucks, though, about these people now? It's like, back then, yeah, you go to college, you're guaranteed to get... You're guaranteed to probably get a job after college. Most likely. 80% of the time, right? But now that number has dropped to about 20%, bro. Depending on what field you are. I was a computer science major. When I tell you how difficult this fucking job market is, oh my goodness. Bro, you're literally applying to about 50 jobs a day and only getting 2 responses. And those responses are rejection letters. Like, what? This shit is actually insane, bro. So it's so sad to see how back then college was a really good thing. Like, you could make it really if you went to college. But nowadays, bro, you go to college, you're not guaranteed shit. Like, you're not guaranteed shit at all. It's so sad. I know motherfuckers with degrees making less than people working at McDonald's. This shit is wild.
For their backup. They got their dorm set up off Pinterest, joined a Discord server for their class before orientation, and had their roommate's name memorized before they even graduated high school. Fast forward a few weeks and it's like, yeah, I'm 14 grand in debt, I hate my major, and my roommate's been coughing since the 2nd week of school. College is cool if you know what you're doing, but most people don't. Most people just go because they're told to by parents, teachers, guidance counselors. African
parents. They push college like a motherfucker.
And the ghost of the American dream, and now you're paying 40 grand a year just to cry in a communal bathroom. Fun times. Then there's the people who skip college and go straight into the workforce. They start working warehouse jobs, retail, construction, whatever gets the bills paid. They're making money, stacking checks, and eating out every night because they still live at home and only have 3 bills. At first it sounds smart. You're making money right away, no student loans hanging over your head, and your weekends are free if you're lucky. You start thinking, hey, this might actually be a better path. But then the reality sets in. The hours are long, the pay isn't as life-changing as you thought.
Bro, you do not want to be stuck in a cycle of working a 9 to 5 your whole life. Some people like that though. You feel me? If you like your 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Nigga, applause to you. I have so much respect for people who can do that. Because you're doing what you need to do to get where you need to be. You feel me? Me personally, I don't see myself working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, bro. It's just not, it doesn't make sense in my head. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know how to explain it for it to make sense. It just doesn't make sense in my head. I don't see how, me personally, I'm going to be able to provide for my family and my kids and get my kids the life I want them to have, the life that I didn't have. You feel me? That doesn't make sense if I'm working a 9 to 5. Like, I don't see how I'm gonna do that. That's why I branch off to do a lot of different things. You know, like YouTube. I invest in the stock market. You know, just doing other stuff just to make sure I'm good in the future. Cause I really can't do the 9 to 5 forever. You feel me? It's just. And again, I have to say this, I applaud people who are able to do that. Like, for real, especially construction, warehouse jobs. I know people working 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week. Like, bro, like, man, kudos to y'all, bro. Like, cause, bro, I be complaining about 40 hours. Nigga, like, what? This shit is insane, bro. For real.
You thought. You're constantly tired physically and mentally. You go home drained, you wake up drained, and every day starts blurring together. You're surrounded by people twice your age who have been there since before you were even born, and they'll say things like,
yes, bro, and that'd be the scariest part when you're working with older people who've been there for years, and it makes you think, damn, like, I low-key, not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, as long as they're providing for the people they need to provide for and themselves, they're good. But it makes you think, like, damn, I really don't want to be like them, bro. I don't want to be working at this job for 20 plus years. You feel me? I don't want to do that. And it's so crazy, bro. It's really crazy to think about.
Like, it's not great, but it's a job, or at least it's stable. They're not chasing anything, they're just surviving, and then that's when it hits you. This isn't a launch pad, this is where people stay, because they don't have time, energy, or options left to go anywhere else. It becomes routine. Wake up, commute, work, home, sleep. Do that for the rest of your life, with maybe 2 weeks off per year if your boss approves the PTO. And for a lot of people, the scariest part isn't even the job itself. It's the idea that you could blink and suddenly be like 40, still there, still stuck, wondering what your life could have been if you'd done something else.
And what's crazy is you'll put so much effort into that job and working for somebody else, and they'll replace you in 2 seconds. This shit is it's so scary, bro. Like, just the job market and the world in general is so scary. That's why I really do believe in creating something that's yours, something that, you know, you can grow on your own. You feel me? Bro, I'll tell y'all a little story, a little personal story. I'll get a little personal with y'all. So my dad, he used to be a manager of this research, I don't know if it was a research company. I don't know what it was, but I know he was a manager of that place. And when COVID had first came out, he was one of the people working, like, he was managing people to come up with a fucking solution and vaccines for COVID, right? And something happened, unfortunately. I think he had a stroke or something. I really don't know what it was, but it was something in his brain. Something happened, and unfortunately, he passed away during COVID, right? But it wasn't COVID. He passed away during COVID. I kid you not, his job found a new manager in less than 2 weeks. I kid you not. I was like, wow. Like, seeing that shit was very eye-opening for me, because it was like, wow, you can put all this effort. And I remember my dad used to work long-ass hours, bro. There was times I wouldn't even see this nigga till the next day when he's leaving for work again. And I'm like, damn. You feel me? So I'm like, you put in all these hours, you work so hard for somebody else. And then if something happens to you, They just replace you just like that. Like you're nothing. Like you're just another number, bro. It's really insane.
Then there's that person, the one who said, I'm taking a gap year, not because they couldn't go to college, not because they had a plan, but because they needed to find themselves, to travel, to breathe, to experience the world. You ask them where they're going and they'll hit you with, I'm thinking Europe or maybe Southeast Asia, you know, go off the grid for a bit. 6 months later, they haven't gone further than the local Taco Bell. Yeah. They wake up at 2 p.m., scroll TikTok for 3 hours, and then tweet something deep like healing isn't linear. Their idea of working on themselves is watching 3-hour video essays on YouTube about movies they've never seen. They downloaded Duolingo to learn French but stopped after bonjour. They keep saying they're gonna start a clothing
stopped after bonjour is crazy
brand, and they did design one hoodie in Canva that they haven't posted because they're waiting for the right vibe. And listen, there's no shame in taking a break. Sometimes that time off is necessary, especially if school has burnt you out. But the problem is this break becomes your whole life. You know, 1 month becomes 3 becomes 6, and before you know it, they've built a full routine around doing absolutely nothing. Wake up late.
And it's so easy to get comfortable in a life like that. You feel me? That's why you gotta just stay on the go. Stay on the move. I believe in breaks, I do, but I don't believe in taking too long of a break. I feel like one day, at least 3 days break to yourself. You feel me? Where you do absolutely nothing. No, not at least, at most 3 days where you just lay down and do nothing. You feel me? That's very much needed. But more than 3 days, more than a week, now you about to put yourself in a routine of doing nothing. You feel me? Your body is gonna get too comfortable. So you definitely take time to yourself, but don't take more than, I give you a week. Don't take more than a week, because that's being generous. I give you a week. Don't take more than a week, because after that, now you just finna build a routine around just being lazy. You feel me?
Late, stare at a wall, play some Valorant, hit up their local gas station for dinner, and repeat. But they'll keep saying, trust me, bro, I got plans. And when you ask what those plans are, it's always vague. Big things coming. I'm in a building phase right now. No, you're not. You're in pajamas at 4 p.m. They'll talk about launching something like they're Elon Musk, but the closest thing they've launched is a DoorDash order. They keep referencing the economy like it's the reason they haven't made a move yet. Like, I mean, with inflation, the way it is right now, bro, you don't even pay for gas. What are you talking about? And look, we've all been there to some extent. You know, the weird limbo phase. You're technically free, you don't owe anyone anything, you're just kind of floating, and for a while that can feel amazing. You're not answering to teachers, you're not stuck in a classroom, you're not dealing with exams or deadlines, but if you're not careful, that float becomes a free fall. You stop making decisions, you stop trying, and you convince yourself that you're waiting for the right moment when really you're just scared to start. Gap years are fine, resting is fine, vibing is fine, but if your gap year turns into a gap decade and your life plan still revolves around a clothing brand that does not exist yet, maybe it's time to clock back in. Next up, we have the friend who straight up disappears after high school. High school ends in this.
I know a lot of people like this, but I sometimes I'll be going on with my day and I'll be like, hold on, what happened to so and so? I have not seen them in a minute. They don't be on social media. They don't, bro. You literally don't know if they're alive or not, and there's no way to reach them too. This shit is scary.
And this person vanishes like it's a Marvel post-credit scene. 1 minute they were at every hangout, every group chat, every chaotic late-night Discord call, then poof, they're gone. They stop replying, they leave the Snap group chat without saying a word. They're not mad, they're not beefing, they just dipped. At first you're like, maybe they're busy, but then weeks turn into months, birthdays go by, inside jokes get forgotten. And the next time you think of them is because Instagram reminded you with one of those weird people you may know stories, where they're standing in front of a Jeep with a quote like, only forward from here. Then one day out of nowhere you run into them. Target, gas station, Taco Bell, doesn't matter. And it's the weirdest interaction of your life. Oh my God, how have you been? Good, I'm just working a lot, grinding. Yeah, grinding what? No one knows. You're half expecting them to tell you they're a freelance monk or something. And the thing is, they're not weird or rude or distant when you see them again. They're chill, they're polite. It's like catching up with a coworker you forgot you used to be best friends with. You part ways with some, awkward
Those usually be the coolest people too. I'm not gonna lie. They just be out the way. After high school, they just went and did their own thing. That's very respectable.
Hang soon energy, knowing damn well it's never happening. And it's not a bad thing, really. It's just what happens. People drift, they move towns, they get new jobs, new circles, new priorities. But it still hits you sideways when someone who was in your life every single day just becomes a memory. You start realizing how many friendships were based on proximity, not purpose. Y'all weren't soulmates, y'all just sat next to each other in biology for 4 years. And it's weird because when it happens, you think you did something wrong. Like, did I say something? Did I forget to reply to something important? No, they're just on a different path now, and that's okay. It still stings, but it's okay. Eventually, you'll be that person to someone else too. You'll vanish from their life, pop up months later. Yo, it's been a minute, DM with no explanation.
I feel like I've done this to a lot of people. Especially because I used to move around a lot. Like, I went to a total of, I think, 3 or 4 different high schools. You feel me? So I used to move. Like, I used to be on the go. So I feel like I've done this to a lot of people without even realizing it, for real. And for those people I've done that to, I do apologize. But hey, if you see this video, you feel me? Just hit me up, comment, do something.
And that's just how life moves after high school, you know? Friendships stop being automatic. You actually have to put effort in, and if neither of you do, that bond just fades. Not out of malice or hatred, just out of life. Sorry, I'll try to keep it lighthearted, not to get too existential with you guys. Alright, next up we got the bum. There's the gap year person, and then there's their final form, the bum. Because the gap...
I know so many people like this too, bro. They just lay in bed, smoke all day, just post weed on they post weed, alcohol on their stories. They don't be doing shit. I don't even think they got a job. It's actually quite concerning. Like, all you do is smoke and drink all day. Like, that's not okay. That can't be healthy. It's
the
not
gap year
healthy,
person
actually.
Pretends that there's a plan. The bum, they're not even pretending anymore. They're in a deep void, no goals, no job, no plan, just vibes, vape clouds, and a mattress on the floor. Their sleep schedule doesn't exist. They just collapse at random. They've watched 18 seasons of Grey's Anatomy this month alone. Every day is just a blur of TikToks, microwave burritos, and nah, I'll do it tomorrow. You ask them what they're up to, and they'll go, just chilling lately, trying to figure stuff out. Bro, it's been a year. What are you trying to figure out? Shapes? They'll randomly bring up business ideas that sound like fever dreams, like I might start a CBD candle line. I've been looking into like vending machines and passive income, you know? You look
be capping. You can't trust this type of people either. You cannot trust somebody like this. Especially if they got no goals. Don't even be friends with somebody like this. Somebody who ain't got no goals, no direction in life, just being a fucking bum. And being a bum is a mindset. That's what I want to get y'all to understand. It's a mindset of, I'm just comfortable where I'm at. You know, I don't want to progress in life. I don't want to work towards nothing. I don't want to do nothing either. Like, I just want to sit here and man, no, bro.
You look over and they're watching a 6-hour YouTube documentary on crypto by a guy named Finance Daddy. They haven't applied to a single job, not because they're unqualified, but because they haven't updated their resume since 10th grade when they worked at Chuck E. Cheese for 2 weeks. And here's the thing, it didn't start this way.
Wait, did Chuck E. Cheese close down? I've not seen Chuck E. Cheese in a minute,
bro. The time the bum used to be the gap year person. They took a break to chill and they just never got back up. It's like when your computer goes into sleep mode but never wakes back up. That's them. It's being stuck in like a permanent loading screen. And that's kind of the post-high school lineup. There's definitely some people I haven't covered, so 10,000 likes for a part 2. Whether you're in college pretending to take notes on a Zoom class or working 10-hour shifts debating if a Costco membership counts as an investment, you're not alone. None of us know what we're doing, and the ones that do are there.
Did y'all see that? My Wi-Fi kind of ass, y'all. My Wi-Fi kind of ass.
They're probably faking it better than the rest of us. Everyone moves at their own pace. Some people jump ahead and crash. Some fall behind and catch up later. Some disappear and come back with a beard and a business. But no matter where you're at, just don't get stuck. Don't let temporary become forever. Don't let comfort become your cage. And definitely don't convince yourself that burnout means you're just mature. That's not maturity. That's just poor hygiene and caffeine addiction. So take your time, take a nap, take a risk. But whatever you do, don't take advice from that one guy selling a $97 course on how to...
Facts. That's the end of the video, though, but to just expand on what the fuck he was saying at the end, it's okay to take breaks. We all get tired. We're human, bro. We're not machines. You feel me? We can't just keep going and keep going. At some point, everybody needs a break, bro. Everybody needs rest. Even God rested when he was creating the whole universe. So you definitely need rest. But the thing is, don't rest forever now. You feel me? Don't get too comfortable. That's what I think be killing a lot of people, comfortability. You never want to get into a spot where you're comfortable and you're not progressing. You feel me? Always learn new things every day. Always be a better version of yourself every day. That's the goal. You feel me? And I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker. You feel me? I'm just talking to y'all like I would normally talk to anybody. But yeah, that's the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I fuck with this dude's content heavy. Let me see. What's his name? Chet's. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Chet's. If you see this video, bro, I fuck with your content. I've reacted to, I think, 2 or 3 videos. Really good stuff, bro. The editing, everything. Cool as hell. But yeah, we're definitely going to react to more videos of him in the future. But go ahead, like the video. Go ahead, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. And let me know which one y'all are. Hopefully none of y'all say y'all the bum. Do not. If you the bum, don't even comment, bro. Don't even comment because you're going to piss me off. Don't comment if you the bum. But everybody else, y'all can comment. Let me know what y'all are, bro. Also, follow me on all my socials. Notjeraldo on everything. Real easy, real simple to find. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Bow.